I gotta be honest with you. We are having the craziest day out here. It's like 20 minutes of sun, then 20 minutes of rain, then 20 minutes of sun. We can say it's like a ruination day. And do I have a great recommendation for you today? So if you're looking for a great double IPA and one that will surely make you look like a connoisseur, then join me on this tasting. My name is Eddie, and I have tasted and sampled many beers from all around the world, and it is my passion to help you find that perfect beer you're looking for. Whether you're looking to try something new or there is something very specific that you're looking for to pair with your food, I got your back. Welcome back, beer lovers. Thank you for spending the next few minutes with me. As I said in the intro, my name is Eddie, and on this channel, I taste and review all kinds of beer and give you my most honest opinion about them, as well as some ideas to pair them with your food, just like this one you're about to watch. So if you're new here, consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon down there so you're notified every time I release a new beer review video. But today, let's get to it, because I have one from our great friends out at Stone in California, and this one is Ruination Double IPA 2.0, and they want you to know that this is a 2.0 because it is kind of an improvement on an old classic. So they did have the Ruination Double IPA a couple years ago. This one has been out only a few years, and it's one of those that you've heard me say before, sometimes I'm a little scared about this beer because this one says 8.5 alcohol by volume. Oh, and another thing, as you saw there, it says sans filter, so otherwise known as unfiltered double IPA. So there should be some sediment in the, oh yeah, there it is. I see the sediment dropping in the glass. Now, what a great color that is. Yes, there is some sediment there. Definitely, for sure, lots of sediment in the back of that bottle. But I have here my tulip glass, which is the glass I recommend for this beer. And if you want to always have the right glass for the beer that you're tasting, make sure you get your own set of Beer Connoisseur TV glasses down in the description below. Now let's get started. Look at that great golden, I just call that, it's kind of like bright golden color. And like I said, so we always start with the 3 C's of appearance, right? Color, clarity, and carbonation. So the color, great golden color there, bright gold I would call it. As far as clarity, not clear. There's a lot of sediments in this, and being an unfiltered IPA, I would not expect anything less, and not a lot of carbonation action. I do not see a lot of action. I would call that definitely low to almost no action. And the head of foam also not that big a head of foam. It does retain it quite a bit, but it's not like a huge head of foam there. So now let's go for the aromas, right? Wow, very citrusy, hoppy in the aromas for sure. Yeah, it has kind of like that very deep hoppy aromas, but in there you can definitely feel and smell some hints of some citrus hops there. Great. Yeah, I don't know if it is mango, papaya, definitely some sweetness there, along with the hops, as I said. So very, very interesting set of aromas there. So let's taste it. Oh yeah, definitely on the aggressively bitter piece of the spectrum, as I would call it. Starts on the tip of the tongue, it starts bitter, and make no mistake, the hoppiness never leaves your tongue. So starts very bitter. Now, towards that middle of that palate, even though it stays bitter, you can feel all those hops kind of like exploding in your mouth. So you definitely feel some of that other sweet hops that I was talking about. Maybe some of the, some of those sweet tropical juices really working together with the hops. You still feel very bitter, but you feel a little bit of that malt sweetness there, kind of towards the middle of the palate. And the end, it's dry and bitter. So bitter throughout, aggressively bitter. Don't get me wrong, great character and a great double IPA. And you know what I was afraid of? The alcohol is not boozy tasting. So it's a great way to to balance all those aromas, and of course drink with caution because you're not going to feel the booze going down, but it does definitely have a hefty amount of alcohol in it. Now the part that you come to me, right, and the part that makes you a connoisseur, the food pairings. Traditionally, IPAs are good to pair with spicy and heavy foods, and double IPAs, even bolder foods is what we're looking for, right? So specifically for Stone's Ruination Double IPA 2.0, I'm going to recommend, first of all, if you want to start with a snack, go with some guacamole. Chips and guacamole go great with this beer because the guacamole, the avocado and everything, that you have in there, it's really rich kind of snack. And it's kind of filling. So you want a beer that helps you cleanse that palate, and this one will definitely help you do that with the carbonation, even though it's not a lot, but you can feel it. The hoppiness and the alcohol content is all going to work to help you cut through the fat in the avocado and the guacamole. Also, if you want to go for some more flavorful meats, this beer can really stand up to a nice smoked rack of lamb. So if you like lamb, if you like that kind of flavors, this beer is going to help you really enjoy that nice smoked rack of lamb. It will go great with smoked meat like that. And also, if you want a fish-based meal, go for some blackened fish tacos. Make them spicy. Blackened fish, spicy tacos. That's going to go well with this beer because again, the smokiness in the tacos, in the blackened fish, is really going to complement really well with the flavors and the alcohol content. As far as cheese, I always try to give you a nice recommendation here, and I have a smoked cheddar cheese here that I'm going to taste in front of you and make sure that I give you a good recommendation that I can stand by. So here, I forgot my toothpick today, so you're going to have to forgive me for that, but this is an Applewood smoked cheddar. Let's see how it goes. It's a really nice pairing. I mean, like I said, it's a kind of a robust cheese, so it has that smokiness. And when I had the beer, and actually I'm kind of, even though it cleansed the palate, I am still feeling some of that smokiness. So it kind of like latched on to the aftertaste of the beer. And I'm really enjoying kind of like both flavors in the back of my palate back there. So I think it goes well. Try it with a smoked Gouda as well. Maybe that's another great pairing that you can do. Now, you can always trust me to give you a great suggestion as far as a dessert pairing. Because when you are able to pair beer with dessert, now you're a connoisseur, right? So go down there, open the description below, and look at the great suggestion I have today for a dessert pairing with this Ruination Double IPA 2.0. Now let me ask you, have you had Ruination Double IPA 2.0 before? Have you paired it with anything? What are your thoughts? What are your suggestions? Leave me some comments. I like to engage in this conversation because we can both learn from each other. There you have it, my friends. I hope I have helped you increase your beer knowledge as we are both on this journey of being beer connoisseurs. And maybe I helped you find a new beer to try, or reminded you of a great beer you haven't had in a while and now you have to go have again. Be on the lookout over the next few days when I release another great beer review video, but until then, enjoy!